Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So let's read the translation of Surah Al Haqqah today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al Haqqah, or the Inevitable, it's Surah number 69. This Makkan chapter refers to the destruction of people of Ad, Thamud, Pharaoh, and Lot for denying the hereafter. The reference is made to the apocalypse, followed by touching description of the reward of believers and the punishment of the disbelievers. The pagan arguments against the Prophet and the Quran are thoroughly refuted, and the horrors of apocalypse are further described in the next chapter. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, the final hour. The inevitable hour. What is the inevitable hour, and what will make you realize what is the inevitable hour? Examples of the destroyed people. Both Thamud and Ad denied the striking disaster. As for Thamud, they were destroyed by an overwhelming blast, and as for Ad, they were destroyed by furious, bitter wind, which God unleashed on them non-stop for 7 nights and 8 days, so that you would have seen its people lying dead like trunks of uprooted palm trees. Do you see any of them left alive? Also, Pharaoh and those before him and the people of overturned cities of Lut indulged in sin, each disobeying their Lord's messenger, so he seized them with a crushing grip. Indeed, when the flood water had overflowed, we carried you in floating ark with Noah, so that we may make this reminder to you and that attentive ears may grasp it. Horrors of Judgment Day. At last, when the trumpet will be blown with one blast, and the earth and the mountains will be lifted up and crushed with one blow. On that day, the inevitable event will have come to pass. The sky will then be torn to that it will be frail, with the angels on its sides. On that day 8 mighty angels will bear the throne of your Lord above them. You will then be presented before him for judgment, and none of your secrets will stay hidden. The winners. As for those given the records in their right hand, they will cry happily, "Here, everyone, read my record. I surely knew I would face my reckoning." They will be in a life of bliss in an elevated garden whose fruit will hang within reach. They will be told, "Eat and drink joyfully for what you did in the days gone by." The losers. And as for those given their records in their left hand, they will cry bitterly, "I wish I had not been given my record, nor known anything of my reckoning. I wish death was the end. My wealth has not benefited me. My authority has been stripped from me." It will be said, "Seize and shackle them, then burn them in hell, then tie them with the chains of 70 arms long, for they never had faith in God the greatest. So encourage the feeding of the poor. So this day they will have no close friends, nor any food except the oozing pus, which none will eat except the evildoers. The Quran is God's word. Now I do swear by whatever you see and whatever you cannot see. Indeed, this Quran is the recitation of a noble messenger. It is not the prose of a poet as you claim, yet you hardly have any faith. Nor is it the mumbling of a fortune teller, yet you are hardly mindful. It is a revelation from your Lord of all the worlds. The Quran is not fabrication. Had the messenger made up something in our name, we would have certainly seized him by his right hand and then severed his aorta, and none of you could have shielded him from us. The Quran is absolute truth. Indeed, this Quran is a reminder to those mindful of God, and we certainly know that some of you will persist in denial, and it will surely be a source of regret for the disbelievers. And indeed, this Quran is the absolute truth. So glorify the name of your Lord, the greatest. That's all for today. Fi amanillah.